I'm a car dealer that sells cars for $5,000 and under, and today I'm at a used car dealer auction. And I'm going to show you exactly what dealers pay for their inventory. All right, so check this bad boy out. This thing is a jump box, but that's not, usually you see like a bunch of jump boxes that are small. You see them in a lot of promos. We've done some promos for jump box companies, or ones that you're just holding like handheld, and those do the job just fine. But when you're running a massive auction like this, well, you need something serious, and a lot of these auctions have these big jump boxes right here that you can wheel around and jump a lot of these cars off. Because you got to think, a lot of these cars, when they're going through auction, they've been sitting at a lot of these dealerships for 2-3 weeks before they get the paperwork ready to go, before they can actually run them through auction, or they just trade for them and sit them at the back of their dealership and wait till they have 10 or 15 cars to be able to bring up here to dump before they actually even bring cars up here. So a lot of these cars, they sit for a very long time before we even see them here at the dealership. And a lot of you ask me, let's say, you see the hoods up on a lot of cars, that's the easy one. You know that those cars need to be jumped. But a lot of times when the windshield wiper's up, here, I'll show you actually. Yeah, a lot of you notice this in the background. Very observant, by the way. But yeah, this windshield wiper, that lets the actual lot attendants know, the guys who are running, getting these cars ready to go before they actually go to the auction, that something needs to be done to it. And 9 times out of 10 is because their batteries need to be jumped off. So if you ever see that, you ask a question, that's exactly what it is. It just says that car needs attention. Usually battery needs to be jumped. Something's going on with it where they need to try to get these things through the lane. You gotta think they're running, I mean, what today, 200, 250 cars through the lane, and they get it done in about an hour and a half. They gotta make sure these things are going. Look down this line. You can zoom in right there. Look down there. All those hoods that are open, those are all cars that have been sitting for a very long time, and they need to be jumped off. You got another one right there. Windshield wiper up. You got another one right there. Hood up. I feel bad for, and see how much I'm sweating, and it's only like 80 to 85 degrees out here right now on asphalt, but some days it's 90, 97, 99 degrees here in North Carolina, and these guys have to run around in these hot cars and jump them off and get them ready, and it's not a job I would like to have, but I salute them for it. All right, let's check this out. These, I love looking at like 2018 to 2020 Honda Accords, Toyota Camrys, because for the average family out there, this is the kind of car they're buying. So I like to give you really what dealers are paying for the kind of stuff that you're buying. Typically when you're buying a used vehicle, this is one of the most common cars on the road, along with the Toyota Camrys. 2018, it's got 100,000 miles just for you. Following along, this is our run number. This is the number that they're going to actually run it through, so they can keep up with the actual car that they're putting in the computer system. This is the year 2018, and these are the miles, 100,000 miles. Oh, it almost got rid of it. Now you gotta come back. All right, this is a 2.0 turbo, and definitely an Accord. Got some, I mean, this is what's standard on these mid-sized cars. So it's not gonna be babied. This was probably a family car, and that's what it is.
All right, here's the Honda Accord. Trying to start at $16,000, no bids. Drop down to $15,500, so no bids. Drop down $13,000, so no bids. All right, it's rolling out.
Right, but it's still going to bring a lot of money because Accords are very reliable. Toyota is very reliable. I'll put Honda and Toyota very close to each other as far as the cars that I like the best. Anyway, we'll check it out. 2018, 100,000 miles.
Not sure. We might have one bid. I'm not sure. Let's go roll out. All right, got one bid. It's at $13,000. They put it on a phone call. Put it on F bid.
I want to show you something. It's very rare that we have one of these cars come through, but there's a salvage car right here. You see it on the windshield. This auction is very good about actually letting us know if there's a problem with the title, or if there's some kind of brand on the actual vehicle. They have to let us know that before we actually bid on these cars. But I get a lot of questions about salvage title vehicles and should you buy one. Well, the answer is kind of yes and no. So if you buy a salvage vehicle, you can actually get a really good deal on it, because it's going to take a lot of that value down that car should have if it didn't have a salvage title. But the problem is you need to know exactly what you're looking at if you're buying a salvage, if you're buying a rebuild, if you're buying a total loss vehicle, because you can buy something that looks great, but the frame could be bent, the frame could be cracked, and it become very dangerous. So if you don't have a mechanic that you trust that can get something up on the lift, or if you don't know yourself what you're looking for as far as the frame, then that's something that I would stay away from. Yes, you can get a good deal, and there's lots of people out here that are watching this video right now that have only bought salvage cars and have great luck with them and save thousands of dollars every time that you buy one. But overall, it doesn't matter how much money you're saving on buying a salvage vehicle. If you don't know what you're looking for, your safety is number one. So I would never recommend that you buy a salvage title, a total loss title, a rebuilt title, unless you actually know exactly what you're getting into, because I want you to be safe. All right, so we definitely need to check this thing out. This is a 2014, 103,000 miles, and I know a lot of you like me to check out more luxury stuff. I like to give you a full range of things. We'll look at trucks, we'll look at SUVs, look at cars. I like to look at high-end, low-end stuff, but this right here is a 3.6. It's a SRX. Outside body actually looks really good. Cadillacs, you should expect that, because typically the people who buy Cadillacs brand new, usually garage kept, but still we got, what even happens there? It's like a key that got drug or something right there. It's wavy, that's what's weird about it. Anyway, inside.
All right, here's the Caddy. It's got 103,000 miles on it. Trying to start at 7,500 bucks. No bids, no bids. Drop down 7,000, no bids. All right, drop down 4,000. Now we got bids coming in.
Inside looks fantastic, actually. I like look at this. Now, I mean, it's not low mileage, 103,000 miles, but for a 2014, that's actually pretty good. But look at the screen. There's no way that screen works. That's shattered on the inside. I don't even know how that happens, because the outside glass is actually fine, but the inside glass, like what I'm scratching right now, is not broken. There's like 2 layers of glass in that one. The inside is the one that shattered. So remember that when we're checking this out. But I do want to see what a dealer will pay for this car, because I mean, overall it looks nice, but the dealer who buys it, they're going to have to replace that inside screen on it, definitely. So 2014, 103,000 miles.
41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 58, 59, 60, 60, 6,000. All right, it's long gone. We're still bidding on it. Up to 61, 62, 63, 6,300. They sold it, 6,300.
So one positive that I am seeing in this car market right now is that franchise dealers are actually sending more cars to auction. I'm not saying the quantity. We're still seeing levels of vehicles come to the auction that are much lower than what we have been experiencing. But what we're seeing is that the types of cars that these franchise dealers are willing to let go of right now they're having a much broader range, because in the last few years, because production was down from a lot of these manufacturers, well, it was forcing a lot of these franchise dealers to actually keep some of the more quality trade-ins that they typically would just send to the auction, turn and burn those cars. They don't want to put them on their lot. They don't want to do maintenance. They don't want to get them ready to actually retail. But we're now seeing that because they're getting a lot more inventory, and the average right now at new car franchise dealers is 75 days of inventory across the market right now, and their sweet spot is between 50 and 60 days. So that tells you that they're getting loaded up on these new cars, and some particular brands like I think Ford, Ram, they're having over 100-day supply on average of new vehicles. So they are definitely not keeping a ton of these used cars that they had been keeping over the last 2 or 3 years. So it's just interesting to see, and what that's going to do is that's going to actually help the amount of available inventory for us small independent used car dealers. And there's a big trickle-down effect that really happens, because the guys who buy the top end of stuff, well, they weren't able to get any of that top end quality of vehicle because the franchise dealers were just keeping it all. So they would tear down to like the mid-tier, and then so the mid-tier stuff went crazy, and then those mid-tier dealers would have to dip into my stuff, which I'm $5,000 and under dealer. So when they come into the market, there's a lot more of those types of dealers than are types of dealers that buy my stuff. So my stuff went through the moon. Like 2005 Toyota Camrys that back in 2019 I was paying $1,500 to $2,500 for. Well, they shot up to $3,500 to $4,500. So we were just hands off on a lot of those cars, because these mid-tier buyers were coming in and buying that stuff. But now, as this trickle-down effect is kind of getting washed away, with a lot of these top-end dealers able to buy more of the cars that the franchise dealers are letting loose of now, Well, now the mid-tier guys will open up and be able to buy more of their mid-tier stuff and not leak into my stuff. And we're seeing prices go down, at least for my stuff. Can't speak for the rest of the tiers because we still have a shortage of used vehicles, but because the quality is getting a little bit better with these new franchise dealers letting go of stuff, then those guys can go fight over the top tier stuff and then leave all the scraps for me, like the $5,000 and under stuff. So what I'm seeing right now in my market, for the cars that I buy, our prices are actually going down, and it's a good thing for us. All right, here's a small truck we can check out. It's a 2017. It's got 109,000 miles, and outside body is okay. There's a few dents here. You can see that scratch and a dent, and then another scratch right there. No rust to be found at all. Looks good. Back here, it's a little Colorado LT. It's got I like this. These covers are fantastic. I had a Tacoma, and I had one of the big like camper covers that went across the whole side. Not the camper covers that come up here, but the actual cover that goes all the way across. And then you had to lift it up where it's kind of diagonal when you have it all the way up. And the problem is, if there's anything that you want to put in here that's tall, you can't do it. But with these flip over covers, you can actually flip this once and then flip it again. So if you want to put anything tall, you can actually still put it back here. So I like this whenever they're putting these covers on these trucks.
All right, here's the Colorado. All right, already got a bid, $11,000. It's gonna roll out. 11 grand.
Let's check the inside of it. Yeah, I mean, little truck, I don't know if this would be considered a work truck or not. It's I mean, this is probably too small for a work truck, but this, I mean, looks pretty good. It needs to be cleaned up, but other than that, it's not too bad. I'm very curious to see what something small like this brings. Colorados aren't my favorite, but it looks good. So 2017, 109,000 miles.
Roll out. All right, 11-1, 11-2, sorry. 11-3, 11-4, 11-5, 11-6, 11-7, 11-8, 11-9, 12 grand, 12-2, 12-3, 12-4, 12-5, 12-6, 12-7. We got 12-7. We got 12-8, 12-8, 12-8, sold.
I want to check this thing out. This is a 2013 ATS, but it's only got 64,000 miles. This was probably a grandma car put in the garage, drove on Sundays into the grocery store, because for it to be, what's that, 12, almost 13 years old now, probably actually 13 years old because they would have produced it the year before, and only have 64,000 miles. This thing was not driven. It looks, I mean, it's dirty, but it's not, I mean, it's a few little scuffs here and there. But I mean, this should look like almost a new car with only 60,000 miles on it. Yeah, outside body looks good. Needs a good wash, but that's about it. Let's check the inside of this thing.
All right, here's the Cadillac. Only got 64,000 miles. All right, trying to start at 75. Dropped it down 65. Dropped down to 4,500 bucks. We got bid.
It's not as good as I would have thought it would have been, but I really, you know what? Most of this is just dirt and some dust up there. Not bad. It looks pretty good overall, but I'm very curious to see how much it'll bring, because it only got 64,000 miles. So you have to add that into the actual price of the vehicle, because someone would pay way more for this car than your standard ATS, because I mean, 13 years old, it's probably should have about 150,000 miles, but not this one. It's only got 64,000.
46, 47, 48, 49, 5,000. So roll out, we're still bidding on it. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. All right, we got 55. We got the highest bid. It's out there. They sold it. 55. That seems cheap for that.
All right, this BMW looks really nice. We're going to check it out. It's I think it's a 525. I'll go back and look. It might be a 540. But it's 19. It's got 60,000 miles on it. Good miles. The tires, look at this. That's dangerous. Somebody did not care for their life at all. Back tires, I mean, they're rough too. But the front tires, that's dangerous. But the body looks good. Yeah, so 540i. There we go. And yeah, look, the lines are good on it. These are good looking cars. I really like BMWs. I don't like to work on BMWs, but I really like to drive them. I think they're good cars.
All right, here's the BMW. Trying to start at 21,000. No bids. Drop down all the way to $19,000. Still think no bids. Drop down 15,000. 15,000. All right, let's roll it out. We got 15 grand.
Until something small breaks on them. This is, is it in? I didn't know. We'll have to look. We'll have to check. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, it must be. It must be, unless they just added that and that. But I don't think they would have done that. Actually, the seats, the way that they're stitched and stuff, this will be an M. I think. Somebody correct me. See if that's just stuff the previous owner put on there. But I usually thought that they had the emblem on there, unless maybe they changed that to. Anyway, cool car. Looks good on the inside, except for the dirt. But all that stuff can be cleaned up. And I guess I need to know more about BMWs if I don't know if this is an M series or not. Yeah, because usually don't they have it on the grill too? And then there's a different kind of emblem. I don't know. Somebody correct me in the comments and let the other people know, because obviously I don't know. This is not a car that's going to be sold for under $5,000, so that's why I don't know about it. It's not a 2006 Ford Taurus. If it was a 2006 Ford Taurus, I could tell you everything about this car, but it's not. It's a BMW.
It's rolling out. We're still going to bid on it. Only got $15,000. Only got $15,000. One bid, $15,000. Put on phone call.